Good day, everyone. So today, I'm going to be the representative of Group 7. Our topic is Theories of Leadership. What is a leadership theory? Leadership theories are the explanations of how and why certain people become leaders. They focus on the traits and behaviors that people can adapt to increase their leadership capabilities. Some of the top traits that leaders say are vital to good leadership include strong ethics and higher moral standards, great self-organizational skills, efficient learner, nurtures growth in employees, and fosters connection and belonging. Research shows that these traits are considered the most important to leaders around the world, and leadership theories help explain how leaders harness and develop these traits. Recently, leadership theories have been more formalized, making them easier to understand, discuss, and analyze in action. Ralph Nader says, "The function of leadership is to produce more leaders, not followers. This is considered transformational leadership. A leader can alter the perspective or psychology of a follower and shift them to what to become a leader too. This suggests that at the end of the day, leadership should be elevating and inspiring." Major leadership theories. Behavioral theory. The behavioral leadership theory focuses on how leaders behave and assumes that these traits can be copied by other leaders, sometimes called the style theory. It suggests that leaders aren't born successful but can be created based on learnable behavior. Behavioral theory has many advantages, primarily that leaders can learn and decide what action they want to implement to become the kind of leader they want to be. It allows leaders to be flexible and adapt based on their circumstances. Another great benefit of this leadership style is that it suggests anyone is capable of becoming a leader. Some disadvantages of the behavioral theory are that while it allows flexibility, it doesn't directly suggest how to behave in certain circumstances. There are dozens of leadership styles that stem from the behavioral theory, but there isn't a right one of every circumstances. Contingency theory. The contingency leadership theory, sometimes called situational theory, focuses on the context of a leader. These theories look at the situational effects of the success or failure of a leader. A leader's effectiveness is directly determined by the situational context, where a leader's personality is a small factor in their success. The most important factor is the context and situation of the leader. This theory takes the specific leadership styles and suggests that good leaders can adjust their leadership style situationally. It also suggests that it may be best to find the right kind of leader for a specific situation. Types of contingency theories include the Hershey's and Blanchard situational theory, the Evans and House path goal theory, and Fielder's contingency theory. Great man theory. The great man theory of leadership, sometimes called the trait theory, suggests that good leaders are born. They have innate traits and skills that make them great, and these are the things that can't be taught or learned. The trait theory suggests that leaders deserve to be in their position because of their special traits. So there is a great amount of criticism for the trait theory, mainly that leaders are either born or not, that there isn't work or effort that is needed to be put in so you can become a leader. This suggests that social or psychological leaders are predetermined and that leaders are unable to come from the shadows. They are either chosen or not. There is also criticism that most of the traits associated with this theory are inherently masculine and don't match the real psychology of good leaders. Management theory. The management theory is sometimes called transactional leadership and focuses on supervision, organization, and group performance. Transactional leadership is a system of rewards and punishments, and transactional leadership is regularly used in business. When employees do something successful, managers reward them. When they fail, they may get punished. Transactional rewards and punishments are given based on the idea that people really only do things for the reward. Their psychology doesn't allow human beings to do things out of goodness, but rather out of the promise of a reward. The management leadership style can be extremely effective. Positive reinforcement is known for working wonders with employees, encouraging and motivating them of course, to succeed. But there is lots of criticism around leadership that is strictly transactional as well. Consequences and punishment can decrease morale in an organization, negatively impacting employees. It may also be seen as a lazy leadership style. Rewards and punishment are a relatively simple way to lead employees. Participative theory. Participative leadership isn't as common in the corporate world. Sometimes called democratic leadership. This leadership theory suggests that employees be directly involved in decision making in their organization. The leader simply facilitates a conversation and then takes all the suggestions and comes up with the best possible action. In this theory, everyone is involved with decisions for the team and organization, with the leader simply helping direct the charge. There are many advantages to this theory. Employees feel more engaged and motivated when they are directly involved in decision making and outcomes for their company. This theory is not without criticism. However, some suggest that this type of style makes leaders appear weak or unnecessary. It is also a criticism that leaders in this theory don't actually get the best outcomes because they are too engaged in what people want more than what the company needs. Power theory. This theory looks at the way of a leader utilizes their power and influence to get things accomplished. French and Raven's 5 forms of power is a commonly known power theory of leadership. It looks at positional power and personal power and how they impact leaders' choices and outcomes. This theory may appear to be highly effective. Leaders with great power may seem highly efficient and get things done quickly. However, most employees don't appreciate power leadership. They want a leader who doesn't wield power over them, but works with them and encourages them. Thus, the greatest criticism of this theory is that it doesn't reach the end goal of inspiring and encouraging employees, but rather makes them feel dominated. The last one, relationship theory. The relationship theory of leadership focuses on leaders who are mainly concerned about their interaction with others. They are often mentors for employees, scheduling time to talk to them and working to meet their needs. These kinds of leaders are focused on making work enjoyable for as many people as possible, and they want to foster a positive work environment. Study shows that this kind of leadership behavior can be the most effective for many employees. Relationship-oriented managers often get better results from their employees. There are many advantages to this kind of leadership. Employees feel confident in their leaders and want to follow them. They are also inspired to be good leaders to others. Mentorship provides their opportunities to foster growth in employees and encourage them to stay at the organization for a longer period of time. There are some critics of this kind of leadership, however, including thoughts that relationship-driven leaders may be unwilling to view employees who are causing problems at face value. They can let relationship get in the way of work, and they can be guided to favor people over productivity. However, most experts agree that relationship-driven leaders are actually more effective at the end of the day. Bill Gates said that as we look ahead into the next century, leaders will be those who empower others. It is finally time to end my presentation. And also it is time to get some caffeine. Thank you everyone and have a nice day.